It was a rainy Saturday afternoon. The streets were wet, and Emma, a curious 14-year-old girl, was wandering around her neighborhood. She loved exploring small corners of the town, especially the old antique shop at the end of Willow Street. The shop smelled of dust and old books. Shelves were packed with strange objects, rusty lamps, broken typewriters, cracked mirrors, and boxes filled with black and white photographs. Emma's eyes sparkled as she looked around. Suddenly, something shiny caught her attention. On a wooden shelf, between a pile of old coins and a faded globe, lay a golden pocket watch. Its surface was scratched, but the hands ticked softly as if it had never stopped working. "Excuse me," Emma said to the shopkeeper, an old man with glasses slipping down his nose. "How much for this watch?" The old man looked at the watch for a long time and then whispered, "That watch chooses its owner. If it's calling you, take it. $10. Emma felt a strange chill, but her curiosity was stronger. She gave him the money and ran home with her new treasure. That night, Emma sat on her bed turning the watch over in her hands. She noticed a small knob on the side. Out of habit, she twisted it. The hands spun wildly. Suddenly, the room shook, the lights flickered, and a flash of bright golden light surrounded her. When it cleared, Emma gasped. She was no longer in her bedroom. She stood on the same street outside her house, but everything was different. The cars were old, people wore clothes from the 1950s, and the buildings looked newer. "No way," Emma whispered. "Did I just travel back in time?" She wandered around, amazed at the quiet streets, the small shops, and the children playing without phones or tablets. After a while, the watch ticked loudly, and the hands moved toward midnight. Suddenly, Emma was pulled back into her room as if nothing had happened. Over the next few days, Emma experimented. Each time she twisted the knob, she landed in a different year. Once, she found herself in the year 2090. Cars flew in the sky, robots walked beside humans, and giant screens floated in the air. It looked amazing at first, but she soon noticed people didn't talk to each other. They only spoke to their machines. No laughter, no kindness. It made her sad. Another time, the watch took her to the medieval ages. She saw castles, knights in shining armor, and villagers cooking bread over fire. But she also saw wars, fear, and how hard life was without the comforts she had back home. Emma realized the watch was more than just a toy. It was a key to understanding how people lived past, present, and future. One day, Emma stayed too long in the future. She was fascinated by a giant library full of holographic books. But as she explored, the watch ticked faster and faster. A voice echoed in her mind. "If you don't return before midnight, you'll be trapped here forever." Panic filled her. She ran outside, holding the watch tightly. The hands
struck 12, just as she twisted the knob, and with a blinding flash, she was back in her room, safe, but trembling. From that day on, Emma promised herself she would use the watch carefully. She kept it hidden in a small box under her bed. Sometimes, when she felt lost or lonely, she took it out, remembering all the lessons she had learned. The past teaches us gratitude. The future warns us about our choices. The present is the only time we truly own. Emma smiled at the golden watch. It was not just a time traveler's tool. It was a reminder that time itself is the greatest gift.